Alright, we're going to go ahead and get into this. Call of Duty Vanguard came out last night, and I did buy the game on PlayStation 5, you know. I covered PlayStation 5 FOV sliders, graphics settings, and just the general experience on PlayStation with these new games. So it made sense for me to get it on PlayStation. So in the alpha and the beta, there were no options for FOV slider, and graphics settings are very limited. And that has completely changed here in the real game. I didn't really keep up if whether or not they were going to confirm an FOV slider and 120 Hz and all this other graphics settings for the actual release. But here I am in the real game, and I'm really happy with all of the options we have now. I'm going to go through the settings tab here to show you just how much customization you have for your graphic settings, and the main focus is obviously going to be on the FOV slider that we so much wanted. I believe Warzone is going to be running on the Vanguard engine, so this probably means that we're going to have the FOV slider on Warzone as well when that comes out on December 2nd. So yeah, big deal here. FOV sliders are a huge deal. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like, you know, to play on 80 FOV, which is the normal FOV on console. I'm going to put them side by side and kind of go through some settings here. It's always super interesting to see a graphics tab on console, and here on the PS5 you have a bunch of options. You have the 120 Hz refresh. Here's the FOV, goes all the way up to 120, which is great. I think that's the same as on PC. And if you've never played with max FOV, it's probably going to feel a little bit weird to you at first, but once you get used to it, it's really good. It makes for me, it makes my movement feel like it's overall just more fluid, faster, and obviously you can see more of your surroundings with the higher FOV. So fidelityFX is actually a pretty interesting one because it's something that I haven't seen before on console, and basically what it says there is it sharpens your game up a little bit. The sharpness of the scene rendering is enhanced, and you can actually turn this on, and it has a meter or a slider to see how strong you can make it or how sharp you can make it. And that is, you know, that level of customization is super interesting for console, and the fact that this setting even says it is recommended to turn this off or to turn off any sharpening techniques on your graphics card driver for this setting to work as expected. And obviously we're on a PlayStation, so I don't think there is really a way to turn off our graphics cards sharpness settings or anything. Like, it's default to whatever the PlayStation has it set to. And I had this on, and I guess my game was sharper. I couldn't really tell. I mean, I have to probably do a more in-depth thing, but really interesting that that setting is even present at all on console. So very cool, and I'm really happy to see that we have more graphic settings on console. It makes me excited for the future, and it gives people a level of customization they didn't have before, and it's another reason to upgrade to these next gen consoles because they are powerful, they can do things that the previous gen can't do, and it's overall a great experience. Now jumping into the side-by-side comparison here, real quickly, I just want to mention a couple of things. On the right, I have the 80 FOV that people are accustomed to on PS4 and in the past if you didn't have an FOV slider option. And on the left, I have the maxed out 120 FOV that I like to play on. And you can just see the movement just feels much faster, much more fluid. And the rooms feel bigger and maybe further in distance and depth. But overall, once you get used to that, I feel like you can see and snap onto people and just appreciate your environment more and work with it more than the one on the right where you're just zoomed in and you can't really see much. It feels like you're slow and sluggish, and side by side, it just going between them, the more you play on a higher FOV, the less you appreciate, or the more you don't like playing on the 80 FOV or 60. I made a mistake in one of my previous videos where I was comparing or playing on PC as if it was console, and I said it was 60 FOV on console, so I apologize. It is actually 80. Most games run on 80, and games in the past that did give you the option to boost it up a little bit only went to either 100 or 110, and it's really nice to have the 120 option. I recommend everyone tries it. If you have a PS5 or Xbox Series X or S, whatever has the option to do it, just do it and give it some time. If you don't like it at first, that's fine, but you could get used to it. Before I wrap the video up, here's one last look at the 120 FOV, switching back to the 80, and you can kind of go forward and backward here to see if you can spot the differences in how much you can see on the screen or how much less you can see on the other one, whatever, vice versa. You can check that out for yourself if you scrub between these. But yeah, it's really great to have the 120 FOV option. I'm super excited to keep playing this. I've played a bunch of zombies. Well, not a bunch. I've played a bit of zombies. I've played multiplayer. I really like the patrol mode. I really like the map designs in this game. And I feel like this game had a lot of negative reception before it even came out, but hopefully people that actually are playing it are enjoying it and taking advantage of these new and improved features like the graphic settings, the fidelity effects, 120 hertz, 120 FOV, color customization. There are some color customization options in here to help filter your game a bit, and there's just a lot that you can do to customize and actually enjoy this game. You can play on mouse and keyboard, play on controller, on console, on PC, it doesn't matter. This is PS5 specific content for this video, but I will be trying out Warzone once that comes out in December. I will be comparing that to Vanguard itself, to the PC version, the Xbox Series S version, and kind of just see what it's like to play on everything. But that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you're looking into getting a next-gen console, know that there are these options available to you with these Call of Duty games and hopefully other games to come. But yeah, that's all for now, and I will be playing Vanguard. I will see you guys on the next video.